Hello and welcome back, guys, to the Empowered Queen Show. I am beyond excited today to have our special guest with us, Kristie Kennedy, guys. She has set out some time in her schedule to meet with us to share with you guys how to bounce back from adversity. And I cannot wait to hear that because it's so many women in today's society that deals with adversity. And even though we show up and we shine as empowered queens, we're really not honestly, truly dealing with adversity. So I'm so excited, Kristie, for you to be here with us today to share some tips and strategies how we can honestly deal with it and not kind of put it behind us and pretend that it doesn't exist, right? So
talk about that.
That's going to be a good one. So I can't wait. Thank you so much for joining us today. I really do appreciate it. And for guys, those that don't know Kristie, I'm going to just read a brief snippet of her bio, but no one can tell their story like them. So I'm going to allow Kristie to share with you guys who she is and who she became and how she is showing up in the world and truly changing lives. But the information I have here is Kristie is a licensed image enhancement consultant. She provides confidence and clarity. Now, anybody that know me know clarity is my word. If you don't have clarity, you don't have guidance, and you definitely don't make money. Oh, girl, I love it. I love it. I love it. She's a clarity coach to female leaders, executives, and business owners who are ready to claim center stage of their life. So if you're that person, that business owner, that executive, and you're ready to claim center stage of your life, first of all, I want you to comment and say, I'm that woman. And next, I want you to stay online because I want you to learn all the things that you need to claim center stage of your life. So, Kristie, at this time, I'm going to shut my mouth. I will try. But guys, you know, if I hear an aha moment, you know how we do it on the Empowered Queen Show, right? We're gonna make it happen. So what I want you listeners and viewers to do is to please, in the comment section, leave a comment of how Kristie or myself really assisted you or supported you throughout this journey. And if we need to bring Kristie back, guys, I need you to let me know. You guys tell us what we need on this show. So let us know how things are going and how you're enjoying the experts and the viewers and the information that you guys are receiving. So, Kristie.
Yes, ma'am.
I really want to know, my question is, how did you get to this place to really help women own their life?
Honey, it's just not enough time in the day. So I just want to say first, thank you for having me on your show. And second, thank you listeners for tuning in. Now, it has been a long, long journey. And I think at the heart of it, Marsha, really has been me discovering that I am powerful. You know, I believe in affirmations. And so often we run away from our power. We run away from our light. We run away from our uniqueness. And it wasn't until I got into the place in that space that I recognized that I was a treasure and that I was fearfully and wonderfully made. No matter what my past looked like, no matter what the critics say, I can be everything that my God has destined me to be. And so I'm on a mission to unleash every other woman who is still in the wilderness, still in darkness, still in obscurity, and has not discovered her own power, because I want her to be able to recognize it in me. And so I believe that we lift as we climb, and that is the beginning of this journey.
Sister, now you didn't prepare me for this right here. Now, you just didn't prepare me for this. Lady, let me apologize before we get into the meat of this. If I begin to cry, just, you know, you see my makeup running down. The sister here in the first 2 minutes of her opening her mouth has spoke to my soul. My God. So, Kristie, I'm just going to open up the doors for you to just share your genius with the world today.
Well, let's start here. What is holding you back? And I can speak honestly on my behalf. I know what was holding me back. And there are some things that will always challenge us not to really show up. And I always hear this quote in my mind, those who show up, go up. And I was always the supporting lady. And so now I've transitioned and really walking into my own power, my own strength, my own purpose, and saying to myself, you can be the leading lady. You don't always have to be in the background. because for so long I was comfortable being the wallflower when God created us to be centerpieces for others to look at us and stand in awe. But many times we're uncomfortable with that place because we're used to being in the background. And there comes a point in your life when you say, I can no longer be in the background. I give myself permission to be great. Let's talk about that. Because a lot of times we're looking for somebody else to validate us, validate our gifting. Say, for instance, if you want to have an event, whatever it may be, you want to write a book, and you see other people doing the thing that you know in your heart you were created to do too. But a lot of times we'll count ourselves out. We count ourselves out of the race. And the moment you count yourself out, you forego higher ground, which means many, many miles you've lost. And I believe in keeping that momentum. And how do you keep momentum in your life? Is constantly believing in yourself and constantly saying, yes, you can. Yes, you can win again. Yes, you can live again. You can breathe again. You can rise again. Whatever it is, you can come back stronger. You're stronger than your struggles. You're stronger than the adversary. You're stronger than the naysayers. You're stronger than all of it. And everything that we go through, the difficulties of life, they come to shape us. They come to mold us. And I tell ladies, I'm like, you've invested enough in makeup. You've invested enough in manicures. You invested enough in Michael Kors. Now it's time to invest in a magnificent mindset. Because once you strip yourself from the Malaysian hair and recognize the gift that you are and the treasure that's on the inside of you, you become unstoppable, a force to be reckoned with.
My God.
Me wave my wand.
Woo, baby, I need a wand. I need something, y'all. I almost need my tambourine, sister. I feel like I'm sitting in the house of the Lord right now. Yes, Lord. Women, I don't even know what part to tell you to make sure you got it. But I'm going to say, get it. Listen to this recording, this replay over and over again, and allow this to meditate in your soul. So Kristie, how did you get to this place? I mean, was it something that happened or took place in your life to really help you to become this person that you are today? And not only what I love about you, Kristie, is that you're not selfish. See, I know that something took place that transformed this Kristie that we see now. And you're sharing it with other women so that they can now be empowered queens. What got you to this place, to this point? Like, what was that thing that, like, I know I'm going to come out of this? Share something with us.
Oh, my gosh, there are so many things. And I tell people, you know, when you make one change, it requires many changes. And so I can just pull from my treasure box of stories. And one in particular, what I remember how I used to be extremely negative. You know, I had the chip on my shoulder. And as I look back over my life, I recognize there was always a woman speaking into my life, speaking into my ear, saying, you're better than that, or you can do that, or stay right there, you're on the right path. And I really, as I look now, I just wanted to model that. I wanted to be to others what someone had been to me. But 1996 in particular, I was living a very destructive life prior to coming into the knowledge of Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. But right before then, I was going to a party, my last party that I ever was going to go to. And I was at the airport with friend girls. And while we were waiting for our ticket, there was a mix-up. We had given our friend girl money for, you know, an event to go down to Miami, Florida, game of the year, FSU versus Miami. I went to Florida State. And there were only 2 tickets available. There's like 8 women now. And they were trying to figure out who's going to go because we ended up being scammed, you know, when we gave the guy our money. So there's only 2 plane tickets available with 8 women. And while they were trying to figure things out, I started talking to a shoe shine man. And while I'm talking to the shoe shine man, mind you, I had a gift to sing, still do, and speak, but I wasn't living out my purpose. I was running from it. And I was talking to the shoe shine man, had shades on, my eyes were bloodshot red, and I was high and intoxicated. And so I was trying to conceal that. While I was talking to the shoe shine man, he asked me this question, and it was actually 2, and they literally shift my life on being very destructive and living a toxic life, choosing the wrong type of men I was dating at the time. And he asked me, are you happy? And are you exercising your gifts? And I could not say yes to either of those questions. And so it really, right there in the middle of my mess, I tell people you can go from mess to magnificence. I made a decision. I was at the crossroads of my life. Like, really, how are you going to continue to live your life? I was getting ready to graduate from college. What was going to be next after college? Was I going to continue to live that destructive lifestyle? And I made a decision. I asked those girls, I said, I have to go home. I said, that man knows God. I have to go home. And I believe that was the beginning of my positive journey, becoming a positive role model rather than a negative role model.
I just want to make note of what you say, and I want you listeners and viewers to really capture this. This is why I often teach and speak on. When you walk in your gift, no matter your gift, it will change someone's life. Now, how many times we as women or as people, as a nation, walk by the shoe shine man and just think he's just a person just to shine my shoes because his head is constantly down working. But his gift changed your life. I need you guys to get that. Like, out of everything that you said, Chris, that's what stood out to me. Because if we all can really own the gift that God give us and allow it to manifest and grow. If that man didn't use his gift to ask you those two simple questions, you wouldn't be here today sharing your genius with the world. So I say to you guys, stop holding back. Someone needs you. And today, that shoe shine man, I don't know where he is, but thank you, because he showed up. Kristie is here to pour into me. Kristie is here to pour into you. She's no longer thinking about her problems and her concerns. My God, I need to share it, but I just can't, people. That's just a blessing. Oh my God.
Wow. And you know, when you mentioned him, I heard him on the radio a couple months back. And actually, he was giving his story, and he was saying that he was working for someone, but he was making like $4 an hour or something, just way below minimum wage. And he told his wife he was going to go into business for himself. And he's like, I think it was like whatever the price of shoe shine is, he started there. And he now has 7 shoe shine business, has people working for him. Oh, my goodness. Who would have known? And he just started his own ministry. So he clearly was operating in his gift, and he never said, just believe on the Lord, but he was operating his gift, and it convicted me.
Yes. And just giving honor to whom honor is due. You know, just don't forget, you know, our places and our gifts. Okay, so let's move on. That was good to me. So Kristie, what the different types of clients that you work with, that you serve? I know you work with executive leaders. I love it. Business owners. What do you do in particular with those types of women? Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're good. Most women entrepreneurs come to me. Difficulty that they're battling is usually clarity with focus. I got a call coming up Thursday, and this lady is trying to figure out what to focus on. And so a lot of times we deal with mindset issues, you know, emotional issues, you know, what's holding you back internally, you know, how we're seeing ourselves, how we're showing up, the confidence issues. A woman is always going to be battling her confidence. You think about even Janet Jackson battled confidence. I remember hearing her talk about, you know, she had body image issues. I'm thinking like, you're like, drop that gorgeous. We're like, what? It goes, we all deal with it. We're like, who want a body like that? You know, but we all deal with it. And I think that's the beauty of sisterhood, when we come together saying, listen, I've dealt with fear. I've dealt with a struggling business. I've dealt with it. And so this is what I learned. And what have you learned? You know, that's the power of exchange, when we give and we take, not just take, you know, but we feed off of each other.
Awesome. And what would you say to the listening viewers? And guys, in the comment section, please let Kristie know, you know, how she's serving and supporting you. But Kristie, what would you tell a person about the importance of clarity? So many people, I think, really miss, you know, we just kind of use it just as a word, it's just in the wind. But explain to our listening viewers how clarity can really change and impact your life, if you would.
Yes, clarity is the foundation of everything. I think about when I really see results in my life, you know, change in my life, it was because first I saw it. Now, in my office, I have 9 vision boards. I am very big on vision and being crystal clear with what you see. I tell people, if you can see it, you can seize it. And if you can't see it, I mean, you'll just be chasing the wind and fighting the wind. And I remember recently, Saturday, I was speaking with a young man at the park. I'm always speaking to anybody and everywhere. And we were talking. I just had a conversation for him about an hour, just impacting his life. And I asked him, what do you see yourself doing? And he really couldn't give me an answer. So we don't know how many years he could waste because he, one, does not have a clear picture of what it is that he wants to achieve. But the moment he begins to get crystal clear, his confidence level will go up. He'll be able to articulate his thoughts and ideas. He'll start attracting joint venture partners. It's so much. I mean, your prosperity is locked up in clarity. Your destiny, your purpose, your enthusiasm for life. I don't need alarm clocks. I've been up since 3 this morning, and this is consistent, and I'll be going. I can go to 12 at night, went to the gym, but because I'm living in purpose, I'm not living for somebody else. You know, my life is not dictated by the opinion of man or woman, because at the end of the day, what matters is, am I happy? And are you happy with your life, with your decisions? So if you don't have clarity of what you want, you'll be led to and fro by every person's opinion. If, you know, there's so many gurus out there right now, and everybody's a marketing leader and a voice of change. So you'll be following each and every voice instead of your own voice. Because how will you know if this is the season for you to rest? Because somebody told you need to be on the internet and posting 50 times a day, and then you wonder why you're burnt out because you're overcommitted and you don't have clarity. Don't get me started.
You own something right now, sister. You own something. And if you're saying that, Chris, I want to share my own personal testimony with that being said. I recall when I first started out in the coaching industry, because I was new to coaching. I had been in accounting for years. So when you know, that's just sitting in the office behind the desk, you know, you comfortable. I was comfortable. So when I started this coaching, of course, I invested in myself, and I didn't have true clarity. So every time I would hire a coach, they would say, I think you'll be good at this. So this week I was doing this. And then next week I need another coach, you know. And so next week they say, I think you're good at this. And I was changing it. And I myself over the year, I had spent almost $20,000 in investing in myself in coaching. And investing is awesome, guys. It's awesome. But the things I want you guys to get is you need someone like Kristie in the beginning to help you to get clear on your mission and your purpose and your values before you do what I did. Because what happened at the end of that year is I was overwhelmed. I was frustrated, and I no longer felt like I knew my purpose. You know, I had allowed so many people to tell me their thoughts and their ideas and their visions about me, but I didn't even see my own vision, and I couldn't own it. And it was that moment when I gained clarity after $20,000, after having 10 coaches. That moment when I got in this quiet place, and I say, Lord, I know that you know more than me, and He began to reveal these things to me, guys. And it cost me nothing. And understand this, let me go back. When He showed me this, then is when I was able to invest in the person that could then take what I was meant to do to help me to grow and excel. So I'm saying to you, investing in yourself is awesome. I would never not have a coach or mentor in my life. I know that it's needed. But when you have this clarity, I encourage you, and I'm encouraging you to have a conversation with Kristie. She's actually going to make that available to you in the beginning of your career, even if you're placed in the midways of your career and you're thinking, I'm about to lose it. You know, you're moving, you're turning, and you're not getting results. I can assure you that it's clarity. You're feeling lost. So have a conversation with her. Invest in yourself. Yes. And I don't even know your prices, your packages, or nothing like that. I just want to make sure that in order for you to truly show up as the empowered queen that you are, you must have clarity. I can't express that enough. So I really do appreciate you for sharing it. So I want to do now is to make sure that the listeners and the viewers know how they can have this call with you so they can really get this clarity to move forward.
Yes, they can go online. My main hub is at KristieKennedy.com. That's KristieKennedy.com. And everything that they have need of is right there. You can contact me right from there, the homepage.
Awesome, guys. So if you didn't get that, it would definitely be in the comment section as well, in the note section. So take advantage and utilize it, because it wasn't easy getting Miss Kristie on the line today for you guys. So I want to make sure that you take an advantage of the opportunity that she has presented to you today. Also, we have some goodies for you. We love giving away free gifts to get you moving in your life. Okay, if you could tell us, what's the thing that you're going to share with our listeners and our viewers today?
Yes, everyone will receive a free ebook, and it's actually called 101 Confidence Keys. And so many of us battle confidence issues. And so, something could happen. You could lose your job and then your confidence plummets. So confidence rises and falls a lot of times based on what's going on in our external surroundings. So I want you to be prepared to overcome those confidence busters during the different seasons of your life. So 101 Confidence Keys is available online at the homepage.
Awesome. So definitely take advantage of that, guys. And when you said that about confidence, Chris, it made me think about myself. It doesn't matter what area you are in your life or your career. At each level of life, we deal with different issues. And confidence can be one. I want to share with myself. I was traveling to a conference in Texas, San Antonio, Texas. And I was excited. I always felt really, really good about myself. You can tell me that I didn't have it going on, right? So I never had that issue. Well, I did, but God took me over that. But what I'm about to say now is when I was feeling really good, I was excited about my journey, my career, and how things was taking off and how it was, God was really using me to help other women to open their businesses and start their business and build their businesses. I was excited because this is when I gained clarity. But the thing on that particular trip, I got to the airport, running extremely out of breath, got in my seat, guys, and I could barely fit into the seat. So I'm talking about confidence. Even though everything else in my life was perfect, I was happy with my business, my clientele, my family, everything in life felt great. But when I got there and I wasn't able to sit into that seat, it made me shrink. It made me want to just disappear. And so I got to this conference and I played down the entire time because that affected my confidence. And so when you can have someone to help you and to support you in those areas, so I'm saying that to say it doesn't matter what place you are in your life. So don't feel like, because I'm making 6 figures already, I don't have issues with confidence. Or because I'm a successful entrepreneur, I don't have a problem with confidence. We do. It just yours may be in a different area than mine. So I say to you, invest in yourself so that you can face these issues and deal with these things so that you can continue to grow and excel in your life. In your life. And you deserve that. You truly deserve that. So is it anything else, Chris, that you really want to share with us? Anything on your heart that you want to leave for our listeners and our viewers today?
Wow. This has been so rich, and I say thank you again for letting me have this space to be able to speak into the lives of those that are in a place of they're concerned about what's going to happen next in their lives. We all are concerned about the election coming up, and whether we acknowledge it or not, we want the best person to lead this country into the next dimension of greatness. And it goes to show, even like if you're working for yourself or if you're working for someone, you want to create your own economy. Because I remember twice in my life, I've worked for organizations and I gave my best and was cut loose with no goodbye, really. And so you need to be ready for anything. And I just want you to know that everything you have need of is on the inside of you. I want you to inspire yourself with awe, inspire yourself to dream big and have no fear of what tomorrow holds, because everything that you desire, it is on the inside of you. It's just a matter of you taking the time to dig deep and recognize your own truth, your own power, your own uniqueness as we started this interview. Because if you don't recognize it, you're going to waste valuable time. And there is just no time to waste because somebody is waiting to hear from you.
My God. You may be that person, that shoe shiner that's waiting to change someone's life. So stop waiting. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. We're going to close out. I was on a call or training something similar to this with Allison Bird. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Allison. And I was in my feelings and I was, kind of like afraid to really step out and shine. And again, my Southern accent was one of the things that I didn't want to publicly speak. I didn't feel like I had enough knowledge. I didn't have enough degrees, all these things that we deal with as people. And so I was on this call and this training and out of the 100 people on the call, she was like, Marsha, what you dealing with? And I'm sitting on the line like, why you call me? You know, why you picking on me? And so I honestly opened up and I said, I'm afraid. And let me ask you this question. I want to ask you guys this question. What if you was the person that had the cure to cancer and you're holding it to yourself because you're fearful? How would that person or the people that's dying daily of cancer feel knowing that you have the cure? So that made me say, Marsha, shut up. Get you someone, invest in yourself that can help you, that can teach you and take you to the next level of your life. Get out your feelings because you have the cure to something. Kristie, you have the cure. You're showing up in it. You're shining. And so, guys, she has the cure. If you have the illness, why are you sitting on the stoop with your illness when the lady is before you with the cure? And guys, I had no intention to take this way, but I just want you to get this, because when a person comes to the show and they're telling you and they're sharing with you how to honestly own who you are and to walk into your purpose and to have clarity, baby, you talking my language, because I know those are the things that it takes to be successful. And I also know those are the things that I wasted time and money on because I wasn't clear. So I'm saying to you guys from the bottom of my heart, take advantage of the call. Take advantage of the call. Because when you get clear, things in your life gonna change. When I got clear, I was able to write my letter of resignation and tell them, deuces, baby. Because now I'm clear.
I love it.
Okay, guys, we got to end this call. But I want you to do it. I want you to do it. So, Kristie, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. It has been an honor and a pleasure. You have really, truly blessed me today. You have truly blessed me. And I know the listeners, again, guys, take advantage of the discovery call as well as the free gift. We can never get enough freebies, right? We love freebies. Right. But don't get stuck on freebies.
No, please don't.
You know what you desire in life. And if I desire to be a millionaire, I can't get there on freebies.
Come on.
Just can't get there on freebies. Can't get there.
I tell you, it costs to be the boss.
Yes. And one thing that you said I want to close with, if you can see it, Kristie said you can seize it. Again, if you can see it, you can seize it. I never forget that, Kristie. I never forget that. That's powerful, guys. So in the comment section, I want you to speak it. I want you to get on social media. I want you to tell the world that Kristie Kennedy said to me, if I can see it, I can seize it.
That's right.
Tell the world, guys. Again, you guys know who this is. This is Marsha Mayfield, the host of the Empower Queen Show. And I love you so much, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay.